Stewart's going to finish out here with his bogey 5.
His mind was somewhere else, Roger.
Heartbroken, Johnny.
Yep, just over. The tournament, the championship's over.
What a swing of emotions in 15 minutes from the 17th green to here.
Third to that birdie at 17, Roger, to tie Goosen at 5 under. Now, instead of just 2 putts to win it, Goosen 6 3-putts out.
And Retief Goosen right now is thinking, I cannot believe it.
So all I got to do, he needs to 2-putt it. Brooks lays in there at 4 under, but unfortunate as Cink falls to third. I hate to see that. Tough to watch. Well, like Ernie Els and really Gary Player, Retief Goosen didn't really know how to learn the game of golf in South Africa. The golf is just not on television much over there. And like Ernie Els did with the Jack Nicklaus Guide to Playing Golf, he said he read books growing up. That's how he learned the game.
Well, you might as well knock it in. Might as well knock it in if you're going to do it. Straight in. Almost maybe inside right edge, Roger. Pretty straight. That was a little friskier than he had in mind, I can tell you that.
Well, there wasn't any real need to hit it 1.5 feet, 2 feet by the hole here now.
Well, he's got enough energy to light up the city of Napa where I live right now, I can tell you that, and it showed in that putt.
I guarantee it, he said to himself, what did I do there? Now he's got to refocus and just concentrate only on this moment.
And he just saw a guy miss the same length putt, Roger.
Yep, not a good thing to see.
Unbelievable. And he's still not in.
I've never seen anything like it, Roger. Never, and he's got a tougher putt than he just hit. Now he's got to put it back into the grain. Same thing when he had this. I mean, Mark Brooks could win this thing outright. And Cink has got to be just feeling so bad because he just missed the putt that would have put him in the playoffs. How about that, Roger? You ever seen anything like that?
Unbelievable. And a guy that seemed so unflappable throughout the championship, and now he's, I mean, this is just kind of a meltdown here. Uphill 9-footer on a green that's not very fast. This is remarkable.
Seemingly so in control. Now he's in. But he drops to 4 under. And Mark Brooks is in a playoff. Unexpected twists and turns in this championship in the final few seconds.
I'll tell you, Mark Brooks just got a Father's Day present right there, big time. Biggest of his life. I mean, to miss that putt, it's, if anything, down grain, dead straight, impossible to miss it, you would think, and he just cold pushed it.
Stewart Cink had such a golden opportunity to get into that playoff, but all 3 players, 3-putt, 18. Brooks thought that he was out of it. He's on a cell phone reporting the good news. I'm in a playoff at the Open. Johnny, have you ever seen anything like this?
take a look at these two putts because they're not pretty.
Well, first of all, the par attempt by Stewart Cink. Look how close this comes to going in.
It's a beautiful putt here. Just 2 inches slower, it's in. Look at this.
And his reaction after watching that par putt just slide away. In knowing that Retief was up there pretty tight for a birdie.
Watch this putt. Leaves the face open, and Retief saw that exact stroke, and he duplicated it. I mean, it didn't even hardly hit the hole.
Cink just had that distance away to join the playoff. Instead, it's Goosen who lets Brooks back in.
Well, they'll be talking about this one for a while.
And what happened at 18? Well, it'll be the traditional 18-hole playoff in the United States Open between Retief Goosen of South Africa and Mark Brooks. Yeah, that about sums it up right there.
I think everybody's just standing around saying, did that really happen?
Noon Eastern Time on ESPN. The coverage begins 2 o'clock Eastern Time right here on NBC. Retief Goosen and Mark Brooks to decide the 101st U.S. Open. We're still not through with our coverage here. We hope to hear some of the thoughts of one of the most bizarre Open championships in a long, long time. Right back. Goosen.
Thank you, Dan. Retief, you have to be shocked. Can you tell us what happened on the 18th green?
Yeah, I don't know what happened on the second putt. I couldn't see it going right at all. I was just trying to hit it straight, and it went right on me. So I was quite surprised at that. But, you know, that's golf. You know, at the end of the day, tomorrow is another day. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and come back here and try and be determined to win it. I'm not... I've learned a lot today, so tomorrow I'm going to be a lot more relaxed out there than I was today.
I got to ask you, which of the three were the hardest? Was the hardest?
Sorry?
Which of the 3 putts was the hardest?
Well, probably the third one was probably the harder putt. I mean, like I say, I don't understand why the putt went right on me, but you know, it is a little bit worn around the hole there. Stewart's putt went very badly right on him, so. You know, tomorrow is going to be a nice day. I'm looking forward to it.
How do you regroup and get ready for tomorrow?
Well, I just do the same I've always done, you know. I like the course. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not worried at all. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
We wish you well. Thanks.
Thank you.
Jimmy?
Well, Roger, thanks very much. And Mark Brooks, what were you thinking as you were watching the drama unfold before the final putts on 18?
Well, I'd already unpacked my locker, and I was ready to go. So, you know, he hit 2 great shots on 18, and, you know, it's just a very unfortunate, you know, turn of events for him and really for both of them. They both played so well. But, you know, I 3-putted 18 as well, and wasn't a couple inches away from being 5, and I'm sure if I'd have been 5, he'd have 2-putted it.
You said you 3-putted and bogeyed 18 as well. What was your thinking at that point? Did you think that it was over for you, or did you really think that there was perhaps a playoff in the offing?
Well, they were only posted through the 15th hole. I guess he birdied 15 to, you know, get back to 5, and, you know, you can easily bogey any of the holes coming in. So I didn't know it wasn't, I didn't think it was over till they both hit, you know, their drives in play on 18, and, you know, it's a tough shot, but he hit a great shot in there.
I know this may be difficult for you to answer, but are you shocked at what you saw on the 18th green as you sat in the locker room?
Yeah, that's shocking. It's shocking, and, you know, I feel bad for him. But, he'll be ready to go tomorrow. I'm sure of that.
All right, I'm sure he will, too. Mark, thanks for joining us. Best of luck tomorrow. Dan, back to you.
Okay, Jimmy, and Brooks kicking himself a little bit. I mean, he's obviously happy to get in the playoff, but he 3-putts 18.
All three of them 3-putted.
He 2-putts, and he wins.
Well, you know, it's just a funny game, so you never pack those bags till the last putt is holed. And right now, Brooks has got to feel like, hey, a little serendipitous. I got another shot at it, and Retief is you know, it's really bad, and I'm sorry for him, but he's definitely in denial right now. That was just a shocker.
Well, we were hoping to talk with Stewart Cink, but obviously very disappointed, and he declined an interview with us. But nope, now we're hearing that Stewart Cink may be coming out, and he perhaps will talk with us after the double bogey at 18.
Oh, you got to hand it to Mark Brooks. He shot a good 70 today. Retief Goosen hung in there well, 71. Cink, 72. Rocco, 72. Of course, Tom Kite, 64. So there's some good scores there.
Okay, Mark Rolfing.
All right, Dan, Stewart Cink, I know it's going to be difficult. Can you put your thoughts into words right now?
Well, I'm not really hanging my head because I really thought the crucial putt there on the last hole was the first one, not the second one. After I thought I hit a pretty good putt for par there, and it was kind of hard to dig in and really concentrate on the second one.
Would you rather have seen Retief make his putt?
I would definitely have rather seen him make his second putt or his first one. I guess it doesn't matter, but you know, I played against the situation today, and on the last hole there, the situation I was playing against wasn't the outcome.
All right, well,
and so
it was still a great championship.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the way I played, and I hung in there, and I had a pretty darn good chance to win the national championship, and I'm going to do it again.
All right, congratulations. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Mark. The playoff tomorrow, noon Eastern time on ESPN, 2 o'clock Eastern time on NBC between Retief Goosen and Mark Brooks. Coming up next on NBC, except on the West Coast, it's Weakest Link, followed by Fear Factor. So for Johnny Miller, Gary Koch, Bob Murphy, Roger Maltby, Mark Rolfing, Jimmy Roberts, and Ed Sneed, this is Dan Hicks saying so long from the final round of the 101st U.S. Open, yet to be decided in a bizarre turn of events. A playoff, 18 holes on Monday.